Go ahead and switch over here. I think I got my mic. Whoa, shit. That's going to be hot. Lower that gain a little bit. Let me slide over here and let me switch it up. I actually brought in my mixer and my mics from our show to the back. See if I can get this to be any better. Oh, I see that's so loose. I'm going to put myself up here. There you go. Bam. Good? I think we got it. Think it sounds good? I think it sounds fine. Cool. Don't know what more I need to do other than I'm probably going to take my headphones off because I don't really need it that much to hear myself because I'm not doing a full-blown show. It's just a live stream. So I can probably hear myself. I do want to hear music at some point. Different music. Let me see if I got everything. Go ahead and check in with the chats because, yeah, we definitely like to say hi to everybody. Self-indulge. So we got today, we got Huggies in the house. We got double A's in the house. We got a couple other people in the house. Welcome, welcome. I haven't been I tried to do a live stream last night and that went straight south. Thank God it wasn't my frame. And I tore my back up on Sunday. I think it was Sunday or Saturday. So my back's bad. So I don't know how long I can stand here and do this. But at least I want to try to go live and get it running again so you guys know, hey, I'm still here. Still going to do these lives. We're going to keep going through these builds because I got a lot of builds, right? I have to just keep hammering through them. Update on the Super Spec. Parts are ordered. Parts are on their way. I guess we have to spin this like this we had the other day, right? So we can kind of look back and forth. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, Aaron? I'm going to show you what I'm going to build next. So the spec's pretty much done. The only things we have to do last are just electronics, basically. Just electronics and push rods. No, nothing major. We'll cut in everything. When I get all the parts, I'll switch from the build that we're getting ready to do right now, and I'll switch over to that, and we'll cut back to this, and do the last bits and pieces. I can show you what I do, how I channel all these the wires. It's nothing really big, not big rocket science, but maybe might be a tip for somebody. Who knows? Yeah, excited, really excited. I got the what did I get? I'm trying to remember what motor I got for this. Did I get the badass motor? Let me go check. Oh, I actually have my soundboard too to go with, and I'm so happy with this. I know you guys are too. But hey, keeps me going, right? Yeah. Got applause. Yeah. Bring back the soundboard. Just wouldn't be the same without it. I know. I'm gonna throw my splash of laughter because I want to laugh at my own joke. Let me go refer to the documents to find out exactly where or what I actually purchased, and I'll let you know exactly what I bought for the spec link. Super Spec. Cool. All right. So hold on now. See if I can go find it. Unless Rue chimes in. Benny. I can actually probably pull it up, Rue, and so we can show that whole last minute, and I probably will. Glad you brought that to my attention. So last night was catastrophic, just a failure. Rue doesn't have spec wing anymore, let's put it this way. Someone does out there. Oh, I have to throw a laugh on that while I'm still digging for my email. It lets me know exactly what happened. Rue. Sorry, Rue. And it was more like, oh shit, oh no, moisture in my lens. Going down. And it was, someone's going to find that and sell it. Let me go ahead and chill the music down just a smidge. A little too loud on the levels. Oh, I don't want to cut it off because I hate dead air. I sound like I'm in a tin can. It's mic. I got to get used to using a mic right here. Okay, let me go ahead and refer to my email. Let's see which one I have today. I got lots of emails. I like to keep it that way. All right, so let's go up with, what did I get at Get FPV? All right, we're gonna go with that first. Get FPV, I purchased the following items. I'll tell you all my purchases. To go with this, I got the Video Aerial Systems Ion Pro 5.8 SMA long antenna, left hand. So I got left-handed for this. That's what we run, or I like to run. I got the TBS Unify Pro 32 HV 5.8 with the MMCX connector. So it's that black stacked TBS BTX. And then, of course, let's see. I don't know why I bought this one, but I did. I got another Cat Extratel too. I don't need it for this because I got a different camera for this, but either way, I've got another one coming. I know I needed it for something, and I just don't recall what it was that I needed it for, and it's definitely not going on the next frame that's coming up because I do have the components for that, or I'm getting them. Not too bad. Wasn't too hammerish on the old pocketbook, I have to say. So I know my accounts are applauding me with my frugal efforts. Paid for extra long shipping, or I should say, paid the minimal so I can have extra long shipping. We like that too, yes. Frugal's the way here. Stretch the dollar. Yep, absolutely. It's good to be back on the soundboard too. So you guys are gonna have to get used to it. This is what I've always done. Let me see, what else did I get? So that's one for a couple of the items. What else did I get? Race Day quads. Race Day quads had a purchase for me. All right, so I got, this is going to go on the, a couple of these items are actually also going to go on the Nano. But for this, we got the Cadix Tarsier, I think that's how you say it, Tarsier. V2, the FPV and 4K HD recording, and it's in blue. Yeah. We're going to like that. We'll throw a little applause on there for the blue. Yes. That blue. Is going to match this blue? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Will not match that blue. That's okay, though. We tried. Let's see. What else did I get? Got the Maytech. All right, so this is for the Nano. It's going to be the Maytech 722 WPX wing flight controller. So definitely happy with that purchase. That's going to go on there. Yes, thank you. I know you guys are applauding my efforts. Once again, bidding them down. I'm not paying a lot for shipping. I'll wait. So, extra long shipping. Save some money. What else? We got that. So we got the 722, and that has the FR Sky chip on it, the OSD chip. So I'll be able to change it up from the current iNav setup that you get on these Maytech boards through iNav, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm talking about, I hope. So Maytech boards have an AHI that's, what's the term? Graphical and then pixel, I think it is, right? I believe this is the two differences in how you get the OSD to display on your screen. So either way, the OSD they're going to be able to have on there is very similar if you ran the Eagle Tree Vector, right? So it's very, very much like that one. Same kind of display. So I'm very much looking forward to that one. So that's going on the Nano, and of course, let's go back over here and find out what else we got from RDQ. We got a Maytech Micro BEC 60 to 60 volts, because you know I run 60 volts for between 5, 9 volt and 12 volt. So depending on the servos I drop in here and everything else, so I got that coming as well. And yeah, very good with the RDQ purchase. Okay, let's move on to. Come on down now. Tell us what you got for a motor. Oh, I'm just going to tell you now. The Super Spec's going to have itself a brand new, badass 2315 2300 kV. Oh, yeah, crowd goes wild. They like that. Closest to $1 without going over. No, it's just good to have everything back, right? Feels like a good sweaty pair of pants. Anyways, so that's the motor it's getting. Yeah, it's a little bit oversized, right? So I'm also running a 3700 up here. The CG on this one is the exact same as a traditional spec. So being that it's going to be a lot more heavy in the ass, running a 3400 or a 3200 4S up front should help with that. And then I'll play with the motor and the motor mount. If I have to file it down, I'll file it down. I'll do whatever I have to do to get that motor on there. So yeah, there we go. I think that's for the motor. Probably could have saved that for the end, but I didn't. It's all right. It's all right. What else did we get? I know there was more purchase. Let me go back and check. Go look through here and find what am I missing. Well, I know I purchased it. Oh, where is Pyro Drones? All right, so without any further ado, I guess I'll have to look for this. Oh, there it is. Okay, so Pyro Drone. I got the Holy Bro Techo 32 F3 metal ESC. That's what I got for this. So 65 amp to run that badass motor, and I think that's going to be good to go. So there you go. That's what I'm running on. After last night's debacle with Rue,
oh yes,
we're going to well, Rue definitely failed, which was conformal coating and going back to old school, which is put right next to my cams, corrosion exit, everything, right? Sometimes we've been getting, well, lately we've been caught in these, like, how to describe it properly, late evening showers, I guess, right? We'll call it that. But either way, it's been a long time since you caught in them showers, those things that make showers. And I want to make sure that the electronics are going out. Because last night was unfortunately, Rue was the example, but was what happens if you don't conformal coat, right? Or you don't corrosion X your stuff and all your components. Just put a spritz on there and be done with it. That way, moisture gets in there, any kind of rain, you get stuck in rain for whatever reason, right? It comes out of nowhere, all of a sudden it's raining. You're still up. At least your components won't crap out on you, and you'll lose a frame, which is what happened to Rue. So, unfortunate for Rue, but we can all take that positive, not negative. Absolutely. It's always a positive and never negative. Just got to find it. What's the positive? Well, we all get to remind ourselves to make sure that we put corrosion X on our stuff. Don't do Rue. And of course, I know what Rue's going to say, but he won't say it on here because we don't need to say all that on here. He's going to blame me. I know he's going to blame me. I know he is.
Oh, yes.
If I just listened to myself and didn't listen to Shelby, I wouldn't be fine. I'd have my wing right now.
Oh, it's good to have the soundboard back. I'm going to make sure I don't turn into the show and stick to the building. I'm going to go back over here to the chats. Go ahead and chime in and see what everybody's writing here. Go back from the beginning like I normally do. We got Mr. Huggy saying, hey, afternoon. And I said, hey, what's up? We got Double A in the house. He said, hey, what's up, Shelby Vol? He was all like very professional. Hello, Shelby Vol. What are we working on? We're going to get to that next. Aaron came in and said hello to him. Ogie's in the house. There he is. There he is, the one and only. The number one fan of the daily live streams. Oh, we're back to it. All right, so here we go. Rue, you find your thing? Your wing? Nope, not yet. Ran out of daylight, and he'll look again after work today. He's destination going to look. That's where he's going after work today. There's no flying for him. Although I will be flying, just to keep him encouraged. I'll be over along the way, flying. And I'll be yelling out every so often, Rue, man, turn on your goggles. just to drive it home, just a little bit more. All right, so back to this. He also has DVR right before the camera failed, but let's make sure we keep that private, Rue. Probably a good idea. Then we got Tier. Ouch. Good luck, fellow. Safe zone there. Nobody, nothing damaged. No, nothing happened. It's just in a big field, and it's too hard to see it. Benny Hill song for last night. Mogi's in here. Tarsier, we're talking about that. I need to go find. Which we're talking about Tarsier. 65 amp. That's when I asked him if he knew exactly what I had, and he did. We're gonna keep going here. What else we got? Come and get a Mogi. Shelby has offered me a spec to replace it. He's gonna take me up on it now. And here's how the only way it's gonna work, my man. You can get your hands on that. If you come here and you build it here, nowhere else, not your house. No bullshit excuses. You can build it here. I get under a watchful eye. All right, let's see. We're also got a little surprise for you too, Root. Come and get it. All right, here we go. Shelby, no, he's gonna lose it. Oh, Shelby, no, he's gonna lose it. We're all fucking laughing. It is this way instead. I'll just smash it eventually. Like the conversations we have here. Light nano track with 28-inch and 40-inch wings. Ordered yesterday before I lost my V3. So he's got units already on the way. He knew it was coming. Okay. Well, for real, good luck, guys. No wing left behind now. We try to do that, and we'll see what happens. Rue's he's been on a good streak, though. Right? Rue's anybody can. Rue can. It's like a freaking bloodhound. He'll go and find these things, I promise. He's found mine quite a few times now. Looking good. Thanks, Omega. I appreciate it, man. We got some viewers coming in now. We're getting a little full. Hey, we've upped our game here today. We've brought the Tron hanger appliances and gear over here. Just to make it that much better, right? And we can move on now. Camera failed from moisture entering the circuitry and difficult line of sight. Yeah, it really was. We got an audible, and that's all we got, and that was it. We couldn't tell where it kind of had an idea where it went. But no, yeah, it's going to take a lot of effort to find it. Yeah, this Super Spec here looks friggin' awesome. Can't wait for it to see it rip. Yeah, so all this testing that I was doing last night, today, was literally for the upcoming Maiden on this frame right here. Just don't know when that's going to happen. Right? Can't give you a definitive date of when the Maiden is going to happen, but I'm guesstimating within a week. It really does. It all depends on the parts getting here, and because I'm cheap. Pay for slow shipping. Absolutely. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. What else we got here? Let me keep reading down these messages. So go ahead and I'll get to you all. You don't need I don't even have a super chat, so you don't have to pay to talk. I'll just go through your messages. Rue, you don't conformal coat. Wasn't really reading through blah, blah, blah. I think we talked about that a minute ago. Conformal coat your stuff or corrosion exit. I did a mount for the Tarsier for the NanoDrac. Hey, good. If you did that, Aaron, do you possibly have an STL or can make a nose for the Tarsier V2 for me and send me an invoice or something, and I'll pay for it. Just let me know, because that's what I need. That's it. That's the only thing I need left, that I need that is left on the list, right? Whatever the hell I'm trying to say. Christ, can't get it together today. It's been a long day already. Rue, here he is. Old ass Rotor Ride Run Cam Swift full size. I don't normally conformal coat anything, which is true. I haven't really talked about it with Rue since we've been flying together. Yeah, conformal coat everything these days. I don't blame you. Never tried it. He's getting ready to learn now. I crashed in the river, and the conformal saved all my electronics. I crashed in the river. I actually did a video about that. I did a vlog. Maybe that'll be the one we close on today, which is where I crashed in the river. And it's actually pretty funny. And everything survived. Couldn't believe it. Nothing was conformal coated. It was the original Velocity 48 proto. Also, fly snowy season. Yeah, absolutely agree on that one too. And for flying in snowy, cold climates. Like I like to go to Colorado, and I haven't, to be honest, I haven't done any conformal coating when I've gone up there. I've only a couple times when I've gone back home to Colorado and flown where there's been, snow on the ground, right? But going forward, that's exactly what I'll do. It's true though, Shelby. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. So, good morning, Bleaks. Good morning. How are you doing today, man? Glad you tuned in. What do we got here? We got Steve. What's up, Steve? Steve's back. I almost lost my assassin that I was flying LOS last week in a cornfield. I was going to reference the joke, but I won't. It's from Half Baked. Let's see. I had one of my friends guide me and heard the motor when I got close. It took me 20 minutes. Yeah, see, the golden thing is if your power is still connected. Because if your power is still connected, you have a chance. Mainly if you're going to run Crossfire, making sure that your transmitter's got a link to your RX, right? So if you're powered up still, you go down. I'll tell you what, man. we tested it the other night because I went down and we found it in 10 minutes. We found it in 10. We tracked. Rue sat in one car and sat in my passenger seat. I drove around and he just read what it was telling him on the transmitter, 10 milliwatts, 100 milliwatts, in 10 minutes we found it. 10 minutes. Now, this is not powered up anymore. So it is literally, we got to go find it. There's nothing to help us. Or, instances where you have, where you go down and, flip the throttle, see if you can't hear something, move the servos, see if you can't hear them. Shut everybody up, turn their music off. Rue. Moving on to the next one. Here we go. Finishing wing tonight, ready for main stream tomorrow. Not tonight. I don't have the parts yet, so I'm waiting on the parts to arrive. As soon as the parts get here, we just talked about that a minute ago. I think, Leaks, you were late. You were late to class. Let me tell you something. What happens when I have to bust this out because it's dusty. Don't ever show up to my live streams late again. That's funny. I haven't used that one in a while, so I had to bust it out. Thanks, Leaks. Appreciate it. You're the man. No, but she came in a little late, and I already talked about it. Parts are already on order. So they're being shipped out. It's going to be a few days before they get here. Once they get here, we'll switch from the build that we're getting ready to start today and bring this back on the table, and we'll put the electronics in, and then shortly thereafter that, within a day to two, unless it's like, we're Monday or something. Preferably want to do it on the weekend. So if they get here in time, which I'm going to have to rule out, this weekend's probably going to be a no-go. Just do them part. I don't think parts are going to get here in time. It's already Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. I need another, few hours to do it. That'll be a Friday. Let me think. And then, no. It's going to have to be next weekend. It's most likely going to be next weekend that I'll make. And then I'll go live for that one for sure. Straight raw. Like, no, hey, we test it first, and then I'm going to go live. No, you get to see exactly what I do, because I told you guys beginning to end, you'll go ahead and I'll show you how I do everything, right? Just the whole thing, whether I fail or I succeed. So, because not every maiden goes well. They don't. I hate maidens. I absolutely hate them. They're the worst part of wings, I tell you right now. And then we got Mogi right here. Mogi, do you run beepers? Yeah, we do. On my Lambo, my mini track, I actually have, what is it called? What is that little beeper? It's got a little teeny 1S attached to it, right on the back. It can last for like 7 days or something. I can't remember the time. It's something long. And it emits a light and a sound. So it's two visual, audible indicators on it. So even if it detaches from, say, like a flight control board or something to that effect, or you've got a servo cable in somewhere, right? Even if that detaches from the battery, it still has that little 1S, and it's enough to power it to run it. I think it's for 7 days. It might even be 30. I could be totally wrong. I think it's probably 7 days. It's a small battery, but either way, I do on my Lambo. I do not on others, though, or I haven't yet. Let's see where we at. Some more chiming in. Oh, wow. Let's see. Well, that sounds like a nice beeper. Yeah, and I can't remember what the name of it is. Rue might recall what the name of that one is. I'd have to go and look and find the box. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. Sweet. Perfect timing. I don't like that. Gives me a chance to go ahead and throw up my applause because I did a good job. ViFly. Okay, so the ViFly is right here. It's the VIFLY Finder 2. Got one actually right here. So bingo. This is going to actually go into this frame. That's exactly what I'll do. So good call on that one. Logie got me talking about this, and that's exactly what I'll do. Because it's such a nice damn frame, I'm going to go ahead and make sure we put a nice beeper in it, because this will probably go down in the woods somewhere, and I'm going to have to find it. And there is going to be no flight controller on this one. But Rue and I discussed it at length. I was really, really thinking about doing it. And then he said, nah, let's not do that. And I agree with him. So there you go. That'll be my retrieval method for my said Super Spec. And I think we got Mr. Anthony Lloyd Wadden in the house. So I'm going to say an applause to him, because he's the man behind TBRC Wings. And that is the wing that we're getting ready to work on this week. So let me go ahead and play my nice, hey, Shelby, come on down. Put that Super Spec away and let's see what's next. All right, what do we have now, kids? We got ourselves a TBRC SOS. Yeah, there we go. That's what's up on the bench for this week. Let's see if I can use the mic and see if I can do it like this and get it directional, blah, blah, blah. So, Super Spec's gonna be done. You can see me over here in the small camera. I'm gonna go ahead and set this aside until we get the parts. Once we get the parts, I will stop this build right here and we'll move on. So, parts come in, we'll switch and go to this, finish it up, and then we'll jump back to this as well. All right, so on this particular frame, glad Anthony is, if he's still here, which is Anthony Lloyd Watt, my spoon partner. The only guy up north of the border that I would spoon with if I was freezing cold and needed a man's touch. Anyways, we'll pull everything out. We're going to go ahead and inspect all the components that came in here, and I hope I didn't jack everything up. I did actually clean my bench up a little bit. I really did. It's getting a little out of hand, so I'm still getting a little bit of bits and pieces off, but for the most part, everything's bulk-wise cleaned up. Now we're ready for the next round. I have no idea why there's a sandwich bag in here. Snack bag. I don't know why we have it. Maybe for these, I have no idea. Anthony, what are you shipping with these, Anthony? Okay, we've shown this a few times, so there you go. Get a nice set of decals. We can go ahead and drop on that when we're said and done, right when we're done with laminate. It's nice. Thank you for sending some laminate. I really do appreciate that. I wish everybody would do that. And nudge, nudge, wink, wink. We just need to have all the laminate with our wing kits that we buy. But still, it's an added touch that I actually like, right? So I think this is 3, right? 3 mil, I would assume, if I'm correct. I had to check chats here, so if you're chatting, you just got to let me know. Plenty in here. I'm going to have some extras. There's no doubt about it. That's a teeny wing. I mean, seriously, it's such a cute little baby. Oh, hi. How you doing there? Mr. Little Wing. We're going to make it nice. We're going to make it fly real fast now, aren't we? All right. Anthony, what I do need from you are a set of rules, instructions. Do you have anything? Do you have a PDF or anything that I can download, or can you put in the chat where you can people get this kit? Like, you want them to go to your website, drop some information. Don't just sit here and laugh at my fat ass. Give some information. All right, and then share it out if you want to. That way, give more people to, make sure you have these in stock, because people will start buying them. Trust me. Okay, people will start wanting to buy what we start building on this silly live stream that we keep doing. Okay, so hopefully you have them in stock. You have them ready. I plucked a little bit of the foam off. Is this your super foam that you were talking about? This stuff's pretty good, man. I don't know. I saw Tito's frames the other week. They look pretty good. But I plucked some of the foam off on accident. I put a little dimple in it, but I think it's going to be fine. All right, so in the kit, you get some winglets, you get your 2 halves, you get your laminate. We'll set that aside for later. We got one motor mount, and actually have the other motor mount, which is what I'm going to use. There it is. I know what that bag was for. That bag is for my linkages and stuff. All right, so we put that all together. All right, I had a camera in mind, but no, I'm not going to use this camera anymore. So I do have to order some parts. And Anthony, again, leave a detailed list like, hey, this is the ESC we need to run. This is the components we are running on this said machine that you have cut. All right, so I'm literally going to put whatever you put up there, I'm going to purchase. So make that happen, sir, so we can do it all together. I just don't want to have to you ship it from Nova Scotia. So, it'd be kind of cool if it was stateside links to parts for this said frame. I know these are going to be really like sub-micro servos. These are going to be small. Might not. I might have some wings. I'm just trying to think, right? So this build should not take long. Did you leave me with spars? Because you left me with spars, I already screwed up because I don't know where the spars went. I mean, I got a million of them, but I'm gonna have to use RiteWing spars. You probably did give them to me, and I think I grabbed them and put them in my case. Where I have a case, I have a couple buckets, big mason jar kind of things, or basically for understanding this conversation, and I stick the spars in there per length, right? Talls, shorts, mediums. Go from there. Let me switch it right here real quick. That we can go ahead and guide everybody to where we need to go. Here, and move this microphone up here so it makes it sound ultra nice. I have a highlight where we were last. There he is. There's Anthony right there. TBRC wings. All right, let's see what Bleaks has to say. Bleaks, my best methods to finding lost planes quads. Remove Omni and Zone and use patch on. Okay, so yeah, you do something that Alex Greaves taught us years ago to do, which was take off our antennas and then use them, right? Get an idea where you are, and then as you get closer, again, this is everything plugged in and powered up. You can take off the antennas on your receiver, so your goggles, your rapid fire, right? Take both of them off. That's what I do. Take them both off, cap it, like start looking for it with it, right? With them off, you'll zone in and then cap it, and then do the same thing. You'll go right to it. You really will. And then also go up and down. Like you gotta be very methodical when you're going up trying to find a wing in a big area, right? You gotta, especially tall grass. Man, tall grass around here is bad because we have copperheads and water moccasins and all that crap. As a matter of fact, there was one on my freaking walkway to my front door the other night. Man, I screamed like a little ninny. I don't hear most beepers do the industrial deafness. You know what? I have to agree with you a little bit on that. Leaks. They are good, but you gotta gotta. It's such an idiot. You have to have an idea where you are, where you went down, right? A general idea. And if you have a general idea where you went down, that's when that beeper, that byfly, right? When this comes in handy. Until you have a general idea, this isn't going to help you. Like you're not going to hear this thing, 1,000 meters away or whatever. You're not. You got to be somewhat within the vicinity of that thing. As we continue through with the Vifly now, do one that you can hook up to your GPS to help make your select time quicker. Nice. I'm not going to try to read that again because I just butchered the crap out of it. Nice one. Here we go. We got some more high fives and slapping the buns. This little baby wing thing is pretty cute. It's growing on me, right? Yeah, apparently this is a popular one within the TBRC community, right? They really do dig this one. And Anthony really does have a relentless campaign to ensure that you build whatever you buy in a timely manner. Oh, I can throw myself a little laughter on that one because that was pretty damn good, right, Anthony? And you know it. Relentless campaign, I say. It should be playing this. You buy it from TBRC. I swear to God, you better get it built within 90 days, or I'm coming down. It's not me, it's Anthony. Just kidding. I joke, you know that. They are very popular, though. They are. Some of these peeps have actually rocketed this thing up to like plus 120, right? Somewhere around there. Am I wrong with that statement? Could be wrong. We're doing some Paul Bunyan story here. The hardcore came in the bag. The hardware came in the bag. Okay, appears the contents slipped out into the box. That's fine. Steve's laughing at me and Anthony. And then online, he says to go to tbrcwings.com, I believe. I'm on the phone at work. That sounds good. Let's try to keep him having a straight face while he's on work. All I can say is think of Ruben's birthday video. Let me see. There we go. He said something fun at work. Yep. That's the super foam. Okay, so cool. So as we're talking about the frame right here, so this is Anthony's new foam that he's got out. This is what he's cutting the frames with. It's nice. It's dense, I guess is the right word. Very compact, right? It's different than your I mean, I don't know what density this is, like 2 or I don't know. But either way, I'm sure he's not going to divulge that information, and that's fine. I don't need to know. Very good, very bendy. I know this material is People, especially there's a guy in this chat room we're in. Anthony's part of it too. I think he had one of Anthony's frames, right? I believe so, right? And he sent a picture to everybody in the chat. And I'm not trying to tell him. I'm not trying to make fun of it. It's funny though. It's like I glued the spars in. I glued everything in. He shows a picture. Is it supposed to bend like this? And he bent this thing like damn near 180. And then they were just. It was funny. No, the guy didn't glue in all the spars right. So hence it had a lot of flags. But anyway, my point is this stuff very giving material already. I've never flown this stuff. So I've never built with this kind of foam. I don't think it's very similar to, say similar, kind of, yeah, similar to the direct foam. Not quite, maybe. It's definitely close. I would say that. How's that? But still, it feels very solid, very good. So this frame's going to survive, which is a very good thing to have. You want to have a frame that all this EPP stuff. It's great for durability, I believe. I mean, way better than your EPOs that you're going to get online. Frames come in a box. Those things snap, clean breaks, but they don't last. This will last. So we got ourselves a nice small wing to work with. Shouldn't take that long to build, honestly. As soon as I find the manual. Let me see. As we move along here, should be a 3D printed mount. Also in the bag. Yeah, I do have a 3D print. Actually, let me grab that real quick. All right, so we're back now. Kick the music up a little bit. All right, so yes, probably been talking over here the whole time, not looking at the damn motor mount is right here. There we go with the motor mount. So this is what I've opted to use because I know you have two. You have an option: foam, like traditional, and then 3D print. Now I'm going for this much sleeker design, much better. I love mounts that are this way, airfoil, just follows the airfoil, keeps the air nice and clean, you know what I mean? All right, so what I do have motor-wise, these are just laying around. These are old 1306s, RS 1306 Emax. I don't know if this is too much. I ran these on the Sprite. I didn't have that much success with that, or that frame. And I'm sure that's due to my build, maybe not. 4,000 kV. So seems like it's a little high. Needs to be a little lower than that, I think. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I think that might be a little too much. I think it probably needs something around a 3,000, maybe mid threes, somewhere in there. Sounds a little more appropriate. Go ahead and check some more chats here. 3 2mm spars in the box. Well, we're gonna have to find those. Is it? Can't be 3 2mm spars. Probably the same as what Chris has in his stuff. I lost power and impact. That's why we're still talking about his damn frame that went down. And he's still talking about that. If you want to watch, if you want to Days of Our Lives, Rue in his lost spec wing, refer to the chat. But we're moving on with the bill here. I'm going to keep moving. See what Mogi has to say. Will this SOS work on 1806 running 3S or 4S? Rolling over, freaking laughing. 1.7 is the density. You're my destiny. All right, so 1.7. Okay. And what do we have next? This one seems much more affordable to build. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yep, I'm here too. Yes, because we were wondering where you were, Brian. I was concerned. I was heavily concerned. Where's Brian? Middle of the week, in the middle of the day, probably working. Anthony, do you think the spars? Well, I don't know how familiar you are with Chris's stuff, but I'm almost positive you sent me the spars. Are they small black ones like these? If so, then I'm golden. I can just run these. I would imagine still fine. Really, as long as we get a skeleton in there of some sort, I would imagine that'd be fine. I mean, if they're smaller, oh look, what color are they? They must have fallen out. I mean, honestly, I've got so many freaking wings in here that it could easily have fallen out. A lot of people have been looking at it too when they come over to the shop. So a lot of hands have been touching it. 1407 does work well. So am I going to be okay with this motor right here? No. So that's out of the bag. So Anthony, give us a list. Give us a list. You should know the list of the parts that we need to have for this frame. And then I'm going to go over here to TBRC. It's over there. Go to their webpage. I'll pull it up too. So I can get this to work right. So we'll go to his website. Again, it's TBRC Wings. Okay, that's where you want to go. Anthony's on the main page. He's the one holding the big frame, and David Wooden's the one to the right. Basically, Anthony looks like a walking Jesus. Let's see. Trying to look for the details of the build. And here, I can pull this up on. All right, there it is on the spec. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this screen up for you guys. Show you what I'm looking at. Oops. Nope. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this one right here. Window capture. Grab a new one. Bang. There she is. I'll pull the screen up here a little bit. Looks good. All right. Perfect. All right. Son of a spec. Here we go. TBRC is now manufacturing a micro spec wing based off our ever popular FBVWRA approved spec wing. This mini wing is a scaled down 60% spec wing made from our extremely durable #super foam. The SOS has a total wingspan of 600 millimeters or 22 inches, and it fits nicely into a sub 250 gram category. Despite its small size, it packs a heck of a lot of performance in both speed and handling, which will surely put a smile on your face. We hope to see many of you on the racetracks in the micro class 2. Here we go. So I got some all-up weights coming in right there at 209. So definitely going under sub. We can put some. Let's see if we got anything in here. Let's see what you're writing here. Anthony's writing anything. It might still be on there. All right. So here he goes. Let's see what Brian has right. Brian, guilty. I thought the same thing. Very close to that. Yeah, it's very close. Very similar. It's like in between, right? The only way to describe it, and I'll explain it when you come by the shop again. See what Anthony's writing here. This is very vital. Emax 9051 plastic gear servos and Emax ECO 140730. See, right. See, man, I had a gut feeling that it was going to be the mid 3000s.
Oh, yes.
That's right. Yeah, put more eyes on that. All right, so I got to order this list. 3300 kV and the APC 4.1 by 4.1. That's an interesting prop selection. Jeez Louise. An Emax 30 amp individual ESC, sweet, perfect. Separate BE 5 volt reg, awesome. Foxeer Nano Razor Cam and Emergent Nano Tramp with CNHL 3S 60 or 650 Ministar bats. That's what he is suggesting to use, and that's what I'm going to use. I am going to make a modification. This just in. I'm going to skip that Foxeer dumb shit, and I'm going to go ahead and get a Caddx Ant. There you go. Problem solved. That is a much better camera. It's the only selection I'll change. Everything else on there I think are solid, unless I can get some high-techs from Spectrum, because they got something going on there. So I might be able to utilize my sponsorship there. Might be able to. Maybe. Oh, I meant to tell you that. The Super Spec, getting high-tech servos, different servos. I'm not going to be running the ones I wanted to be running, but they're going to get high-tech servos. I'll give you the data here in a little bit. I forgot about that. Sorry. So servos were the other thing. So I think that all that selection right there that Anthony has up are going to be exactly what I ordered minus the camera. The camera's the only thing that I change. Let's see. Probably that horseshit tramp too. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't know. Are you guys going with the tramp just because of the size? It might be what I'm stuck with. I'm also going to be running a Crossfire on here, so we'll have a Nano RX on here if I can get one. If not, I will borrow one because this is definitely going up. This is going to be, we're going to made in the Super Spec, or it's whoever parts get here first. It's made in first. Okay, so this is probably only going to be a 2-day build. It's definitely going to be a 2-day build. I got to let the glue dry for sure. Let's see. All black, 2 millimeter diameter, 1 millimeter lengths. One meter lengths. Man, I don't remember getting a 1 meter length, 2 millimeter diameter freaking spars. I would remember that one. Let's check. I will find them. Let's see if you've got anything in your kit online. If you show anything like a kit, go we can check. Oh, sorry, I didn't even change this. So here, I'm on your website. Been on your website. Here we go. So this is what I was talking about earlier with the whole description of the spec where it derives from. Here's some olive weights, 209 grams, completely built. Look at that. Sticks in a backpack. Off you go. Nice and portable. I like the idea of that. Just extracting quality video out of these micros, any micro. I'm not putting on Anthony's frame by any means. I'm just saying we all know the smaller they get, really, more the wind just really wreaks havoc, right? You're not really questing to get HD video out of this. You're questing just to have fun with it, which is totally cool. I look forward to doing that. I think we're gonna do some. I know we're taking this in the parking deck. Rue's already told me we're taking this in the parking deck, and I've already committed to taking it in the parking deck. What I do want to see is a TPU mount, if that's possible, if anybody's done that. Because I'd like to save the $15 Ant Caddx camera. Because it's going to get hammered in the parking deck for sure. Is there any build information? Because I would really love to have that. If there's not, then I'm going to have to just wing it. But I'm dumb. We're on the Ant White on my baby tooth. Yeah, those Ant ones are great. Those are really good. For the price, you can't beat them. $15, if not less. Money. I have the battery 650. You do? Sweet. All right, we'll save one step. We got bats. I'll have to order some stuff anyways. Going to have to order, everything else. So that's not a big deal. Those components are pretty cheap. Probably get away with everything for under, $60. And let's go ahead and take a gander over here on the website. Son of a spec. Add to cart. See what it looks like. Kind of damage, or is it out of stock? Look at that, $40. All it's going to cost you is $40 plus shipping. Shipping is a little long, right? It takes a little bit longer, right, Anthony? I mean, nothing major. It's not like you're slow boating it. But either way, he's up north, Nova Scotia, right? Somewhere around there. He's up north. And I would suggest getting it. $40, you can't beat it. Not at all. You have to pay some shipping. You have to take that into account. But you're getting the super foam, and I definitely dig the super foam. I think for $40, you can't beat that. I think this frame's going to last a while. I guess some nice balsa wood Elamons. Again, I've said this before on the previous build. I'm always a proponent for these. Any kind of foam. I don't like foam. Yeah, you could probably save some weight if you just did foam versus balsa. Maybe. I don't know. Probably a little bit. But it's much more rigid. Gives you just a much, much better control surface, in my opinion. So I got to hunt down some spars. I really don't. And I don't throw away spars. Like, yeah, I save almost every damn one I've cut as scrap. Because you never know when you're going to need something. So, Anthony, I apologize for that. I'm going to have to find the spars, and that's going to halt me. But what I'm on the quest for is to find a manual, which I don't see. It must be on the phone, which sucks because I really need that manual. I can't show you a basic way of doing it, doing any wing for that matter. Just basic. I don't know what the CG is on this yet. God damn. Is it Antoine? do the same thing like we've done before, but the premise is you got to build a skeleton, correct? All right. And need them to link up. So you could do here. Trying to see if I got any thicker ones in here. But you can basically just go. Right. Just like I was talking about last time on the Super Spec, right? The idea when you're building your frames is you want your skeleton to connect, right? You want it to be a skeleton connected, or a rib cage all wrapped together, right? So you'd have to. It's been a while since I've done frames that aren't pre-cut, right, with the channels to make life super duper easy. Not everybody has the capability of doing that, cutting that into their frames. It does take a different tool. You got to laser cut that crap. So gonna go a little bit of OG here, a little old school, and it's gonna have to line this all out. Okay, it's been a while since I've done that, so I got to wrap my mind around that again. I do need to find the proper spars. I can use these spars. These spars are totally fine for using. So unless Anthony has some great objection and doesn't say anything, I'm going to probably just use these, and they probably end up being the same spars that Chris Click runs in his RiteWings. So what I would see right away is you're going to have 3 on the top, right? And then you're going to have 3 on the bottom. So whatever you do on the top, traditionally you should do on the bottom, right? You definitely always spar at the top and the bottom. Actually, it's the bottom, so let's do the top. Like we talked about in the other previous build, unfortunately, these SOS frames do not come in the block in which it was cut out. Okay, so you're gonna have to learn. We're gonna show you how I go ahead and build these frames when they're naked, as I say, just naked. I got to keep this frame straight the entire time, right? No twist, no nothing. Bean bags. I'm telling you right now, these bean bags are your friends. Got to get these cornhole bags and just get a set and stick them there. Build shop area. You'll end up using them, I promise. Yeah, so the first step is, I've built enough of these wings in my life, that's probably about where they're going to want it. Now, I haven't built these. I'm just saying in general. Eyeballing. Just spitballing here. Come up with some numbers. If he has a build manual, which I thought they did, sold. But if not, I'm not even on the screen. Hold on. Sorry about that. It's a lot to do. So I'm going to go back over here, and I'll show you what I was talking about. As soon as I heal back. Come on. All right. So what I was talking about is this. So these spars right here, okay? These are the RiteWing spars. It's not like they made the spars, right? I'm sure he gets it from a manufacturer. I believe Anthony sent me the same kind, possibly, but either way, these spars will work. But what I was stating was that you need to make sure that you have a skeleton made, and this would be just a rough idea of what the skeleton would look like, right? But I know Anthony, he's got some sort of build. I just got to look on the website. He's probably yelling at me in the chat or laughing or something like that effect. But either way, it'll look like this. Okay. Creating a nice gap for all my components, battery, my everything. We're going to find out exactly what it is. And whatever you do on the top, you need to do on the bottom. So just the top, and then you would flip it over and then duplicate the process over here. Same. Now you have a rigid wing. What I was mentioning is there is no block in which it was cut out. So now we have to actually do this the old school way, right? No block to guide us and keep the frame straight. We got to do that by hand. And that's why I said these bean bags really now shine when doing this process. So first thing we got to do is glue these two together. So I'm going to go ahead and start powering stuff up. Should show you how I work with the station. So I did clean it up a little bit. Got people busting my balls about it being a freaking mess. I could tell you every damn wing pilot I know, their channel looks very similar to mine at one given point or another. All right. Waiting for stuff to heat up, turn on, do what it needs to do. First step, we're gonna glue this thing together. So I'm gonna use straight hot glue, so I'm not gonna go and get fancy with it. Go and check in with the chat again. Let's see what the chat has to say, if anything. What's up, guys? That's about it. That's not really helping me at all. And then it's Mogi chiming in, being the cordial person that he is. I might buy one of these little ones. You should $40, guys. $40 is all you got to pay to get one of these. Go ahead and show it again. $40. $40, provided Anthony has them in stock. We have already gone over here and looked at the cart. The cart says, Mr. Shelby, it's $39.99 plus shipping. $20 for shipping. Out the door is $60. Worth it. That's exactly what I paid. So I didn't, ask for any kind of discount or anything like that. I paid full price. So $60 is what I paid. Got here in a reasonably short amount of time, considering where it came from. And yeah, so far so good. Let me see if there's anything under the more blog about how it's made. Maybe here. No. That just shows the Anthony's cutting process and what he does. Very labor intensive. A lot of thought going into his builds for sure. His frames. What I need to have though is something that says build tutorial. Yeah, that's what we need. Go here in the blog. Now it's fine. I have crap over here in the blog. How to launch a wing. Hey, look at this. Jeremiah. Nope. So if we can't, let's see if I'm missing a hyperlink anywhere. Move under accessories, maybe. Maybe it's under here. Just looking for build tutorial. All right, let's look under media. No, and no. Well, that kind of sucks. That stalls everything out. I need to have. Let's see if it goes here. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Found it. Finally. Okay. Perfect. We're moving. Thank you, God. Jeez, please. Amen. Splash a little applause on that one. Yes. Woo-hoo. More like some of this. Jeez Louise almighty. Frickin' A, we made it. Fucking made it. Found the Holy Land. It's called the TBRC SOS manual. All right, so yes, 2 wings. There's the fiberglass bars, 5 millimeters long, 2 of them, 2 millimeters, 3 of them. Foam motor mount, decal set, laminate, also elevons, coroplast winglets, and control horns, which we have all that other stuff. Hobby iron we have, goop, which we're not going to use. Welders or shoe glue are the alternatives. By the way, welders, if you haven't used that before and you're getting into this stuff, welders is an excellent. I've been lazy. Actually, I need to buy some more of that. Welders is awesome. Okay, I'll show you right here. If I have enough, maybe I'll glue this together with some welders. I'd be crazy. VAS, Video Aero Systems, with his kits, he'll throw in a couple tubes of the welders. I think, if I recall, you can't go to the box stores and get them. You have to get this online, I believe. But really good stuff. Really like that. Today, screw it. We're doing hot glue. Sandpaper, soldering iron, hobby knife, side cutters optional. CG is 98 millimeters from the nose. Sweet. All right, where's the caliper? What the hell are we listening to? What'd you say it was? 98 millimeters? All right, let's get the different measuring device. Not low. Okay, now what I want to see is we have all the material. We're good to go. Step 1, using goop or other similar adhesive, attach the wing, 2 wing sections together. So here, minimize this a little bit, just a little bit. We're just going to go along with this manual. How's that? That sounds like a good idea. Well, Shelby, you're a big thinker. You know I'm kidding every time I joke. You'll learn. You'll know when I'm angry, and you'll know when I'm serious. All right, hot glue's not quite there yet. Welders is going to be your best choice, I think, in this one. I don't know. I typically in the past gluing frames together using welders is always my favorite. I'm out. I don't have any more. This stuff's hard as a rock. Right? This will no longer be used. Oh, let me see if I can squeeze out just a minute. Just enough. Hold on, let me transition over. There we go. Now we can see. Sorry, music selection was not because of me. If not, we'll hot glue this thing. But welders is really good. And it's not expensive. In the past, it hasn't been. Getting down. The synthesizer. Slap back that R&B in 1986. Yes, I was old enough then. All right. Check the chat while I'm doing this. What we got here? See if I can beat Shelby's 155 days. Oh shit, Mogi, it's on now. Right? If you order one now, you have 155 days. Because I started my build. So don't take that long. It does take a long time for me to get around to people's stuff that they send me. And it's unfortunate, but it just is. I got I wear a lot of hats. You know, father, husband, you know, best friends with a lot of people. I do a lot of stuff, job and everything else. As much as I want this to work right here, it's a no-go. Hot glue it is. It's the destination we're going to. Doesn't come out. I'm going to jam broken spar in there to clear the plug out. It's probably got a plug of hot glue in there. The rest of it will build with. I bet you I know what I need and I don't have it. All right, good. About ready. Let's see. I got some more writing in here. We have a TBRC. I have a TBRC spec to build. This will be next. Yeah, get that spec wing built. You're gonna if you haven't flown, and I don't care whose spec wing it is, to be honest. It could be Video Aerial System spec. It could be Anthony's and David's TBRC spec. It could be my sponsor, Chris Click, at RiteWing, their spec. All of the spec wings that have been approved are good. They fly great. They're absolutely great. Versatile frames. Not only can you race them, but you can freestyle the crap out of them. You build them right, they're durable, right? They will end up being your go-to frame daily. I would imagine they'd be your daily. Let's see. I skipped one. Right here. There you go. He said he had a spec wing he has built. Says it lasts in the face of wind. I don't have that cool. Otherwise I'd do it. And takes 5 days on average shipping from here to anywhere in the U.S. Cool. Good to know. That's awesome. That is not long at all. We'll go ahead and splash a little applause on that. Anthony says it only takes 5 days to get an SOS. Pretty good. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and glue these two halves together, and then I'll see what I can do after that. So, to save weight, I glue one side. Okay, get a bone in there. Anthony's probably screaming right now. What are you doing, Shelby? Hot glue? Jeez, man. This isn't Michael's. This isn't Arts and Crafts. Yes, it is. So I just do one side, and I do an IB crazy, little IB crazy method, which is get the go like that. Get off. So I use the edge of the table. Make sure I get the nose. Now I'm not using a whole crap ton of glue. I'm just doing one side. All right. T-pins. Notice how I'm using these immediately. Bean bags. Help me out. You're my friend. That knows. So I'm just working. Keep this all together. Nice and even. Okay, grab my T-pins as soon as I start lining everything up. Okay, get everything where I want it. I'm gonna take it out from underneath. Take a look. Bottom a little bit more. There we go. I'm gonna nurse this one together by hand. Actually, this is a little different. You're watching me. I haven't built many of these sub 250s. Like really, I haven't. I've only built. This will be my second. Needs a little teeny bit of glue. Anthony's like, what the heck is he doing? Makes sense in a minute. So I had to push it down there a little bit, right? Just a smidge. There's a little bit of a gap. We'll strengthen this up. We'll do probably some east sizing around it a little bit. We'll figure it out as we go. This is where your own style comes into play, right? Okay. You have a guideline, and what I needed from Anthony is like a guideline on the spar placement, or how he's making this rigid. That's the main thing. And the rest of it's just up to you, okay? I will get scoffed at for my extensive use of using hot glue. I was like, all right, it'll be okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. All right, so I'm trying to work with the frame a little bit. I'll let it set before we start screwing with it anymore. I'll go ahead and check out the chats, or we're letting the glue sit for a minute. Let's see. It takes faster than most US-based companies. I agree. That's right. Anthony's got some pretty decent shipping, especially where he's coming from, man. I use 3M90 to join swing sometimes. I can't even say it right. You know what? I haven't ever done that, Anthony. That's actually a good call, man. That's to save some weight. That really does save a lot of weight. I would have done it on there. That would have been great. Hell yeah. Sweet. That's a few grams you can shave. Especially hot glue. Hot glue's like putting tar on it. It's not bad though. I mean, it's okay. I'm building this thing for sure to last. I don't want it to break. So it's going to get some tape. It's going to get some stuff. It's going to get some of the Shelby love on it. So that survives. Because where it's going to, not where anybody else has been flying it. I promise you. So it's got to survive. I don't have like a plethora of these things. I only have one. So we got to build it to last. Let's see what else is going on. Cool. Hey, we still got a dozen of you guys. It's really nice. You guys go ahead and that thumbs up button helps the algorithm. YouTube overwatches like to see thumbs. It could be down too. Hell, I don't care. Interesting phone number. I don't know how I can kill that. It was such a wrong number that it had one extra digit on it, so you couldn't tell. There's no hyphen in between it to separate. So it was a line of numbers calling me. Who the hell is? I don't know. All right, so waiting for this. So let's go back over here to his website. Let's go back to the manual. We'll go switch back over real quick. Oh yes, that's you. Let's go back to the manual. Let me zoom in a little bit on it. Okay. All right, step 2. Here we go. We're done 1. Using your side cutters, cut all spars to length. From 2 full-length spars, cut 8 pieces at 250 millimeters. It's entirely too much nonsense. These are for leading edges and trailing edge spars. Cut 2 times 300 millimeter spars that will be used for the cross spars. Spars are to be installed top and bottom according to the diagram dimensions below. Pay close attention to the dimensions when marking your spar layout. Spars must intersect as shown. Yeah, that was the crucial part that I was talking about in the beginning. I need to know where he was doing that because that provides the rigidity to the frame. Right? You can't just go willy-nilly. I mean, you could if you're not going to put any FPV gear on here, but because you need to know battery bay and everything else. All right, pay close attention to the dimensions when making your spar layout. Spars must intersect as shown. This layout will increase the strength and rigidity to the build. The positioning of the fiberglass spars is important because the bottom spar will double as your CG mark. Okay. Which we already know what it is, so you just run it that way, and I'll show you guys how I mark my CG on all my airframes. It's a method I've been using for years. Works great. I'm sure other people have. When we get to that stage, I'll show you. So here we go. From the nose, 105 is where the top crossbar is going to be. So that's the line. Leading edge is 13 millimeters back, so that's what I was looking for right here. 13 millimeters back from the leading edge. The next question is, do I have... This doesn't seem right. Must be something wrong on my end. Did that just happen? Seem right. All right, 25 from the forward of the trailing edge, so 25 millimeters from the trailing edge is the rear spar. And they're only going to, not even going all the way to the length of the frame. They're not even going all the way down here. They're stopping. Why'd you stop your spar for weight? That'd be a question I want to know. Why not just go all the way to the end? Because I'm going to do that. I'm going to go all the way in unless there's something that you've built into the frame engineering-wise that would constitute me not having that spar all the way down there. To me, that just seems like it's more material that can flex. You know, I'd rather have it all the way to the edge, so I'm probably going to do that. So 105, and then bottom 98, which is the CG that I mentioned earlier. 20 mil, so pops off a little bit. 13 on the top millimeter, and then 20 millimeter back from the leading edge on the bottom. So when we get to the bottom with different measurements. Trailing spar, but the same structure applies, right? Still the same. You have leading spars, trailing edge spars, and then a cross body spar. Okay, pretty universal. You notice on the spar layout that the trailing edge spars, right? When they meet the apex, they've actually gone underneath the crossbody spar, thus introducing that intersection and providing that rigidity. And it's duplicated on the bottom as well. So there's where you're getting your rigid. And again, same with the crossbody on the forward or the leading edge spars, making sure that we make an intersection with the crossbody spar. All right, same as we did before. The only difference now between that frame that we did before and now is I've got to measure all this, and then I've got to cut it all. So it's a little bit of the old school way of doing stuff. Transition back over here. I'm gonna go ahead and back to the. It's the Anthony has chimed in yet again. So let me go ahead and see what he's saying. You can do it, Shelby. Even a monkey can build a wing straight without wing beds. Right? You get used to being a monkey, right? You get used to being a monkey and getting those channels cut out for you. Got to go back to the old days. Yeah, I get it. It's Model T. Cheaper shipping options. Okay, is that why? I sent the link already. It's in the chat for the manual. No, I got the manual. Almost home. It's on the same page as them. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, I already got it. Thanks, though. I appreciate it, man. So we're good to go on that. Let me take a quick Quick 5. I'm going to go ahead and throw the timer back up. We'll do that. I need to use the restroom. I need to take a little bit of a break. We've been on for an hour and a half, and I've been standing. My back really, really hurts. So I'm trying to stay in here as long as I can. But again, we are on now the TBRC Son of a Spec frame. Nice and small, sub 250 frame. Again, if you're tuning in for the first time, well, these daily lives are all about building. We're just building. I got so many frames to build. We're going to build. Coming up after this one, I have 3 frames that I've got to get done because got to get done ASAP. Welders is awesome. I can't get it here, and yeah, that's the problem I have to. I wish I could get it from a box store, but you can't get it from a box store. You got to, unless you have it like Ace, maybe have Ace Hardware or something like that. But anyways, I need to go to the bathroom. I need 5 minutes. So give me 5. I'm going to keep the music playing in the background. Just going to throw the timer up just so you know that I'm coming back in that amount of time. How's that sound? Go add a window capture. Holy hell, there's so much to do. I'm doing this. All right, team. Go ahead and change this to 5. Really? 5. Yeah. Cool. All right, give me 5. I'll be right back. Oh no, throwing shit up again. All right. Kill that timer now. Okay, so we're getting ready to do some. We got to draw the spars. We got to draw the spar layout. So I have a problem. I don't have anything that converts. I don't have a ruler that converts to millimeters. Or has millimeter measurements, I should say. So I have to convert this to inches. It's basically just an inch and a half inch. Basically, what I'm looking at. No, maybe not so much. Give them a chat. Hot glue is heavy, but I'm sure it'll be okay. Of course it will. I know it will be fine. Wardrobe malfunction. So, going back to the manual, let's go look at the manual. So 13 mils, half inch. What I thought. Let's call it half inch. Not alpha, just a smidge, but we're gonna be totally fine. So that's the top. The top's only a half inch in, and lay the leading edge spar. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Let's get this. Move this boat. It's taking too long. This help me out a little bit. All right, you gotta eyeball this. You can use a straight edge if you have one, like a T-squared, maybe a protractor. But hey, I ain't got that yet. So I'm gonna go lay. It's been a while since I've done it this way. I'll tell you what. Just go down the way a little bit. About every 3 or 4 inches or so. A little dot, that's all I'm putting. Okay. Connect the dots. Use your helping hands the whole time. I'm telling you. It helps. Eyeball it. Make sure it looks good. Right? You're not going to get judged on your building as much as you might think. Get it built best you can. According to the directions, it will still fly. The most important thing is keeping it true. Going back. Again, I don't care about how it looks, just how it flies. Nice. A little lined up. Go all the way. Over. At it once. Like, how did that bump like that? Move it on. There we go. That's it. Okay, same thing on the other side now. I'm going to do that half inch. Really 0.51 and a whole bunch of numbers. 0.5118112023622 and whatever. Half inch. gonna round shit here. All right, same thing other side now. Concentrating. Again, every couple of inches, just moving down half inch. Good. Connect the dots, line it all up with your straight edge. All right. Looks good to me. All right, let's go find that other measurement now. They say it was 105 from the nose. That's what it is. 4 1/10. I gotta fix my buckle on my pants are undone for whatever reason. Missed the belt loop. We gotta fix that real quick. Okay, so 105 millimeters, which is a little over 4 inches. Read it right. From the nose. All right. From the nose. 4.1. We'll fudge it a little. Okay, let me see if I can get this measured out, and this is how I measure them out. Of course, it's way over there. All right, go here on the tips. Go out where it intersects. Ruler, intersection. You can use the T or whatever. It's just an easy way to do it. Right there. Yeah. All right, that looks good. Using these bean bags, man. I'm telling you. Yeah. Boom. There's your crossbody spark. Now we do the trailing edge. 25 millimeters. Get an inch. Round out. I'll go a little less than an inch. It's a little less than an inch, so I'll go a little less than an inch. Okay, I'll go a little less than an inch. A little less than an inch. So we're gonna go right. That's good. We'll use that marker right. Yeah, it's about the same. I'm going a little shy of an inch. Yeah, these are roundabout numbers, but that's okay. Every couple inches. 6 inches. Someone's happy with their friggin' Casio. No. Or about an inch. It's a little shy. Going all over here. Okay. All right, connect the dots. Something doesn't look right. Remeasure. Remeasure. Using that Casio solo riff. All right, he's got it going pretty much to the edge. I'm going to the edge. Just don't see the purpose of not going to the edge. That's pretty good. Yeah, repeat the process over here. About an inch. All right, so I'm eyeballing it, making sure it looks good. It's really good. Oh, yeah. The pen popped out a little bit, a little squiggle. All right, so now we have successfully traced the top. I'm going to go ahead and trace the bottom. Don't want to get it done, but here's the it's laid out. Looks very similar to the instructions. So we're on our way. Go ahead and check over here on the chat and see how much Anthony bashes me on my building process currently. I have just a gut feeling. I just have a gut feeling. It's the way it goes in the wing world, folks. You guys aren't privy to that family. Very judgmental about your builds. Hey, what's up, Broccoli? I'm Broccoli. What are we working on today? Today we're working on the TBRC Son of Spec. It's derived from the Spec Wing class frame, specifically their TBRC Spec Wing, scaled down. Like the information is on its site, tbrcwings.com. Spars on this do not need to go full length of the wing. It's a sub 250, no mass, doesn't flex, and once laminated, and all bonds attached. Anyway, that's all. I'm not going to get too technical with the whether we should go all the way or not. I'm just going to go all the way. It's going to make life easy on me. I don't really see the hindrance if I do go, other than maybe weight. But that's, come on, that much spar, really? I mean, it does add up. I get it, but we're not racing these. I mean, if you're going to race it, then I understand. Spars are offset due to it being such a thin airfoil. If you have them directly over each other, especially at the trailing edge, you are more apt to cut straight through the wing. I totally agree with you on that one. Totally agree. So I'll make sure that I'm making sure that they're not, cuts aren't stacked on top of each other. I'll try to make sure of that. So I agree. Very thin, very apt. Go ahead, just separate this in a heartbeat. So you got to be very careful when I go to cut, that we're not cutting too deep. It's just enough to get it in. Sure did. I did. I like it. It's so cool. It's just a tiny little spec wing. It's a teeny little thing. How you doing, buddy? Just a cool looking guy. Destination F, my man. It doesn't even know it yet. All right, let's go ahead and check the instructions from Mr. Antoine Lloyd Watton and David Whidden. All right, the bottoms. All right, so this is where we're going to get our CG and really measure in millimeters. This is annoying. I have to convert. I already did earlier. Yeah, I know I figured that one out. I'll get the 20 mils done. Convert 3/4 of an inch. There's your offset right there. One's at half, one's at 3/4. Right? 3/4, a little over 3/4. I think that's what we're going to do. Go over a little over 3/4 to do our. Now we're on the bottom of the frame. Okay, and I'm doing the leading edge right now. Calls for 20 millimeters, but right now I don't really have the means to do it. So whatever. Get my bean bags. Here. Red line again. I was like turning back the hands of time, man. Seriously. You know, flashbacks from wing builds long ago. Okay. Looks pretty solid. I'm eyeballing it, make sure it's nice and even all the way down. Use the bean bags to help me. Hold the ruler in place. And there's my line. Cool. Same thing on the other side. Let me slow down the fun train. Concentrating. All right. Oh, yeah, nice. Connect the dots. It's good. That looks good. Yeah, they won't over. They don't. They're not stacked on each other. So, barring how deep I cut this, should be good to go. All right, crossbody 98. This is the problem I have right now. Is I really need to have that spot on. There's not a lot of wiggle room when you get down these small frames, right? CG is paramount. Some wings, they have a little play, right? They have some wings in there will have a play in them based on their size, or basically how much you can, mess around with, right? That's what I've come across. Now these smaller frames, not so much. Gotta have that pretty much dead on. So I gotta make sure I don't have anything that's measuring in millimeters unless I'm being a complete and utter idiot. There's nothing on here that measures in millimeters. I don't have one. So I have to convert, but when I convert, they want to fill me in on 5.8 something. No, is it 98, right? 3.858 inches. All right, 3/55, 64th, 3 inches, 55th, 55th. Oh, it's 55th, 64th. I don't have that low. It's a lot of fucking math today. We don't have that measurement that low unless it's on the other one. One quarter, 1/2, 3/4. New dice. 3/6, 3/32. So I can convert that probably, right? I know it's here somewhere. I'm just not seeing it. Now bear with me. I'm going to refer to the chat. What's up, Broccoli? We got some more people saying, hey. We got Rue, are you still here? He probably is. He's probably listening to us in his ear. Let's get back to work. What's up, Ultimate Bro? What's up, Big Lou? I need to give Big Lou a handy. I'll give him a handy. Big Lou. So I can't do that right now. Hey. Everybody's back over. I know it's not. It's not Chinese now. Yeah, what's up, Big Lou? A little change of pace, a little washing of the component membranes, little eardrums, a little clean. Good to see you, brother. Working on transfer clutches in the Super Ascent. Warranty work, but I'm here in the background.
Oh, yes.
Listen to Rue all the time. Or Rue's listening to us all the time, or me, or whatever. All right, so need a little help with getting this measurement down. I don't have a ruler that it will give me millimeters. Unless I'm overlooking it, I don't have one that gives millimeters. So kind of screwed on this measurement. Converted on the other ones, and that's fine because you can fudge a little bit on those, right? A little bit. Just make sure the spars aren't overlapping when you're doing it, right? Your CG is not something you want to fudge with. You want to have that one accurate. Very, 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 very. I'm a stickler about that. So I have 3 55ths, 64ths, 64ths. The hell, nothing I have has that kind of detailed measurement, right? So needed somewhat of a conversion, like a guesstimation. I mean, Anthony can say, doesn't he use metric? He uses this shit-ass system. Sounds gross, Rue. You guys have a bromance. Let you have the bromance. I'll send you an extra tag, Shelby. Sounds good, but if you want a sticker for your efforts last night, email me at mogiefba@gmail.com. Well, we'll go ahead and get some stickers. We'll go ahead and put them up on my wall stickers. We've got a wall sticker. It's right up here. Right on the damn camera's attached to it. So there's nothing on here that divides an inch into 64 little pieces. I gotta have something that's a little bit better. In inches for my CG mark, and then we're done and we get to cutting, which is what we gotta do. If not, I'm gonna have to shut everything down and be like, all right, well, we're kind of done for today. Or I can get back to that. Let me flip it over. I can try to do some cutting here. I'm just gonna probably do that. Gotta do the top side anyways. All right, so I'm gonna grab my chair. So this down my back is really, really hurting. Oh, crap. So I'm down here on the bench. All right, so first things first. Grab the dullest razor blade you have. See how good this is going to cut. Sheet. What am I doing? I'm glad you asked. I'm sharpening an X-Acto blade. Nothing says you can't sharpen these things. All right, so the key to this one is how thin it is. Okay, I'm already committed. I'm going to be using these spars right here. Right, so and this is going to work out great. Use my helping hands. I'm going to use my lead weight, especially to lock this in place. The test. Now, what I'm looking for is how deep do I want to make this cut? Okay, the spar is what I got to work with. So I only want the spar to get in. I don't want to go any deeper than that. Some people, they'll mark their razor blades. You can do. And then just mark it. Say, hey, if you go below that much, then cutting too deep. Okay? Entirely too much. So that's about as much as I want to get. So I know you can't quite tell, but I put a couple marks right here on my razor blade. And that's letting me know I can't go any deeper than that. I'll verify that before I cut. And hopefully, I'll sharpen it well enough that it will cut. And I take my time on this. This, especially at the back, right? This is the trailing edge. The shit could go really south if I cut this in half. I'm very glad Anthony mentioned that in the chat. It's very important. So it's going to take a little longer than I thought. You get pampered with the pre-cut channels. You got to remember my roots. This is where it started. I used to do this a lot. And a sharp razor blade to let it slide. The foam actually is working really well with the combination with the razor blade. They're actually cutting really well. Nice clean cut. Really impressive. Remember where I want this? Like 2 freaking slits. Let's see how it's working now. Oh yeah. Can we get her in? Should be able to. Being a lot more delicate than I thought I was going to be on this frame already. Clearing the channel out a little bit more. I'm paying attention to my guideline, so I do not cut any deeper than there. And staying true to that. It took a little longer than I thought. Ooh, on the back. We'll check with the chats here in a minute, so feel free to type away. If you just joined us, we'll check the chats about every 5 or 10 minutes at most. Can't wait till I can get up somewhere where I can get a little deeper on this cut into this knife. All right, make sure we overlap. Lightly guide my razor blade down here again. Let it cut any pieces of foam that might be not cooperating. Again, we're going to take our time. No rush, right? There's no rush to complete this build other than Anthony screaming at me to get it done. I'm going to guide my spar through here. I don't want to push too hard because I don't want to push through the foam. I'm just trying to get it prepped for the spar. You need to cherish those pre-cuts, man. The freaking clip cuts in those frames. I'll tell you what. Holy guacamole. All right, got my tool again. Where did I put it? What did I do with it? Same tool as last time. I see the chats. I see the chats going too. I am looking at it. So I'll go to the chats here in a minute. So it's a little more labor intensive this time than the previous build for this part right here. Let's hope this works. Maybe we're inventing the wheel. That's okay. We're going to get in there nice. Just needs to get down below. Not looking to press it super deep. Just wanted to get underneath the foam a little bit. So we're nice and flush. Or we're nice and flush and smooth with the airfoil, right? That's what we want. And just like last time, we're going to dry fit everything first before we do any gluing. I'm going to make sure everything sits nice and pretty. We don't have any foam fighting us. Lay this in place. Of course I do. All right. Pop it out. Also, we really need to cut these. Cut them in. That's all right. We'll get that. Another screwdriver. All right. One. All right, I'm going to see if my back can take this one. No, I'm going to get that. Got to be down on it. All right, checking my guide and make sure that when I cut this, that I'm not going to be cutting in too deep and screwing everything up. Same depth. Good. Take my time. This whole sparring method right here, this is going to be nice and solid. It's going to feel good. Tell already. Got the microphone up here where you can hear it like ripping the foam. Like that's those YouTube videos where people are like talking like this. Whispers. Please, mushrooms. I'm stupid. You know, the crunching noises with their fingertips. I want to freaking reach to them. Computer and strangle. All right. Nice. Cut. We have to take our time. It will pay off at the end. The very nice fun sub 250. For overlap here. All right, so I made the cut. Just followed my guide. I'm going to go down here nice and lightly and loosen the foam up, any foam that might be snagging and not being able to clear this channel. I'm going to bust them free now. Not going past my guideline, so I'm confident that my cut is not too deep. Again, just use a permanent marker. And if you run out of X-Actos in the middle of build, you don't want to go and run and get more, take your Dremel if you got one and use those pads, those circular pads, and just grind it down a little bit. Just sharpen right up. No problem. All right, so there's that and that one. All right, let's check again. Again, these are not cut yet. So we're going to prep the channel for the spar. That's sliding the spar in there. Let it clear a little bit out. Let it move the foam a little bit. Good. Now we'll go back in. We're just pushing it in enough to get under the foam. That's it. No more. We're back on the Casio thing again. Let's just cycle through this. We've been going on too long again. All right, so I do know that because we have to cross this right here. This is an intersection. One of these is going to have to get cut down. With channels. I'm going to do the cross body one. To be honest. It's just one spot. So, come on. Okay. Looks good. Looks real good. Nice and smooth. Doesn't disrupt the airflow. Good. Nope. Good to go. Up and out. too. Let me go ahead and check out the chats here. Let's move a little bit by little bit. We're crawling up this mountain right now. Right now, so the mountain this week is TBRC SOS Spec. It's the mountain this week. The other mountain we had was last week and the week before, which was the RiteWing Super Spec. And we go back up here to the chat for the last one. The last one I was talking to whomever. Okay, I fixed Hondas. Mechanic bromance going on right now. Well, Tim Miller's talking about, right? Let me moving on here while they exchange pleasantries and I-do's. I've just been working on Mate's pop wing, but he couldn't get to launch. And finally, spotted prop is on facing wrong way. I'll throw a little splash on that. That's definitely a problem. That's funny, man. Leaks with the fun. And see what Rue writes. Shelby is such a cheap ass. Go to the hardware store and get some supplies. Some more damn tape. Screw you, Rue. Go find your wing while I go fly today. Oh, man. Hello, Snap-on guy. We'll let you hold his sockets. Oh, here we go. You two rolling in the mechanical hay. My Snell, God, let's get forward here as these two continue their mechanical bromance. Mac, Mako, all right, here we go. Oh, God, I'm still talking about it. Moving along here. You want us to play this while I'm looking through their. Here, I can do it even better. Do one better. You prompted. Kill music here. I'm going to do a little. Yeah. In walks the door. An average height, slender individual with a beard walks in to the draw hanger. Says, "Hey, Moogie, Shelby's a cheap ass. Go to the hardware store." Moogie says, "Oh, Rue, I'm dying from laughter. You're such a kidder." And Rue says, "My Snap-on guy is non-existent here." Mako shows up consistently, though. Damn. Moogie, he says, our Mako guy. Even a thing? Rue writes, North Carolina they are. Been buying Mako 2 since 1998. Yeah. All right, enough of that. Moving on. As they continue their little infatuation with tools and whatnot, we're moving past that. Blah, 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 blah. Thanks for Shelby. Thanks for sharing today. Also, you're very welcome. Thanks for tuning in, man. It wouldn't be a show without Moogie here. Working on an RC car upgrade for a friend here. Souping it up and turning the road car into an off-road 4x4 monster. Oh, I was going to say, it sounds like something Brian would be doing. And lo and behold, it is. It is the Brian. He's in the background. He's at the mini drum hangar right now. And doing what he's usually doing, which is Mad Maxing all of his gear. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, everybody. As we continue to build this TBRC SOS. All right, so I just stand up a little bit, relax the back, to be honest, because it is killing me. Man, Mount Lion. Oh, let's see where we left. Got 2 spars, 2 spar channels cut. We have 3 more to go. So much left here. We just keep moving along. Move the mic back down here, that way you can hear me. I'm right-handed, so I got to do it this way. Fresh razor blade or a razor blade that's been sharpened is the key. So my lead weight right here Really helps out, okay, for stuff like this. Better than my bean bags do. Just got to be careful you don't want to deform the wing. Right? So you got to be cognizant of that. That's butter. Okay, I'm going to guide it through again. Make sure I have freed a complete channel open for the stuff to get in. This bar to get dropped in. Going along, following my guide. Guide bounces up, go back, hog out just a little bit. Whatever piece of foam that's stuck, keeping my exact gliding along the channel oh so freely. So hopefully they caught that. So I'm guiding along the channel right after I've cut it the first time, and I guide it along there, right? And it makes sure it's, meaning I'm following the guide that I've described in here, right? And if it bounces up, right, I stop, I go back in it, and try to pop that piece of foam. It's just a little bubble, a little kernel of foam that it just hasn't broken free. That's all you got to do. Keep that little cell broken loose. All right, you go back in with your spar. Take your spar and run the channel. Take the tip. A little bit of pressure, not a lot. You don't want to break through. Okay. You just want to see if you can get that tip to just glide right through the channel. All right. And you go back in. Put it in. See if it fits. That's the first few. Nose is going to a little bit. Careful. Slipping off the edge here. Yep. Like that. Pretty good to me. Check that nose again. Something's wrong with the nose. I got to bring it free. Yep. A couple cells of foam that just didn't want to cooperate. Now I should be able to tuck that in. Back here. Okay. Nice. Good go. All right, pop it out. Okay, continue on. Sharpening is holding up so far. So good. Let's see. Probably gonna have to sharpen again here. Actually, I'm gonna sharpen. Low setting. Cut some shit up easy now. Be very careful. Here's the trailing edge. Careful. Good. Did not cut through. Came in. Top's not good. Going through my channel again, making sure the foam is nice and free. Should be a nice easy glide right down the whole channel that I just cut. If not, go back and fix it. Pop those little cells of foam free. One. And 3 so far. Okay. Okay, I got it through here again. Like that at all. My other tool that appears, I'm going to use this one again. This spot's not going in. Put it down here a little bit. Need my other one. Where I put it. Got one little spot here. Being a pain in the butt. Much better. I must have not hogged it out. Just cut it and went straight to spar. Probably forgot a step previously when I tried to put it in. I don't think I ran my spar through. Maybe I did. I just don't recall. But it's fine with that problem going through it. Get it, run it through, otherwise it won't fit right. Good. What it needs to look like. It's just fine. Nice cut. Good. Perfect. Definitely be able to glue the top. I'm probably not gonna be able to glue the bottom. Let's find out what he says on his page, but typically I glue the top and then I glue the bottom. I don't do it all at one time. Okay, across. Okay, the intersection has got to be a little bit deeper. I gotta fit 2 spars in that one spot. It's got to go just a little deeper, not much. Just at that spot. The rest of it is the same as the guide that I marked. That doesn't change. Just at the intersection of the spars, you need to make sure you got to do one spar on top of another, so you have that cut depth at a minimum. Just a little bit more, just to make sure it's flush. A little bit. Can't even go a little bit deeper. I might figure that one out. I just have to be as is. This is another sketchy spot. Right where the halves meet. Don't cut into that. Okay. Again, just enough. nice sharp razor blade makes life a lot easier. And the foam is really good with the razor blade. And I definitely like each other. Let's run through here again. Nice and easy, and get to the thin spots. Careful. Careful. Be a little more baby-like. These are not going to be on top of each other. Let's fit on top. We got more material, so we should be able to do that fine. So that's a little bit deeper intersection. This would be my first bar that I lay. I'll lay the other ones over top of it. Well, hell, man, it's step the length. Step the length. Let's use this one. Try fit everything. Make sure everything fits where you want it before you get to gluing. It's not quite long enough, so another part. Start doing my cuts. We did this one a little bit backwards, so I apologize for that. But I got tons of spars. Yeah. We took from the inventory and yeah, what's that? It said, sorry, shelves. That's just being right-handed. Couldn't be me. All right, I'm gonna pull out some old spars. I got a ton of spars. Ton. Plenty. And not without spars. That's for damn sure. Laminate, that's a different story. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut these now. Again, I'm going full length. I'm gonna go full length. I'm just gonna do like I've always done with the other frames. Slide over that nose. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna do my cuts. So I'm gonna do duplicate. Adding spars. Done. Trailing. leading spars. Sorry, this is the trailing edge spars. Then one cross body spar. All right. So it goes in first. One more dry fit. Make sure everything's good before I start going. Oops, stop it. All right, so now I'm going to make sure that at the intersections that everything is down far enough so that I can get the spars over top, right? Otherwise, I'm going to have a bulge in every intersection. So where you got to hog it out a little bit. You lay it dry fit, and you go in here and just hog it out. This is the last step before we glue. Make sure I'm getting deep enough. See, it's just not wanting to cross it. Right there, for whatever reason. Yeah. What's your problem? I just want to go on there. Still running out of gas in there. I don't care what you smell. Yeah. Be a pain in the ass. It's super important. Super important. Check what we're writing over here. It's feeling a tremor. Good. Slide this over here. I wonder how good that thing will fly. Probably going to be fast as hell. Well, that's what you guys have been telling me. Dang, I thought the other one was small. That's a nano for sure. This is a 250 sub 250. I thought it's big ones. These are the big ones. We got big ones here too. We got to build a juggernaut still. We got a lot of frames still. Lots of frames. You can see all kinds of manufacturers up in this schniz. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue. All right, so we like no, don't do it. I'm sure that's in here, but we're gonna do it anyways. We're going to put it up here. All right, so again, remember last time we did this process, we don't have a lot of time. We gotta get this in quickly. That's why we did all that dry fitting before. Now's not the time to lose machine. There it is. Again, get on in. And now we also have to pay attention to the frame. Getting the extra screw out of the way. Might not be able to get to it in time, might drown. So get it out of the way. I'm gonna go with this side real quick because it's giving me the pain in the ass. Drop this glue in real fast so I can get that spar set right there in the corner. These are my leading edges right here. Okay. Down. Come on. Work with me. Don't set yet. Come on. Look at the key. Look at the key. Look at the key. Just do it on the corner right there so I can get it to go down. That part down here just a sec. Gotta get to the other side. Try and stick it down. Yeah. And we're gonna make sure we're keeping the body frame straight. So this can be a little tricky. Why I want all manufacturers to start shipping their pegs to cut these out of. It really helps everybody. I think it's just I'm sure it saves on shipping, but it really does help people that are building keep their frames true and straight. Right? Otherwise, they have to, do what I'm doing right here, and that's really advantageous to always get necessarily a true frame, right? No problem. I hate those. Here we go. Yeah. One spot right here. So I was worried about. That's good. Keep those helping hands going, man. That frame straight. Hey, I'm wearing glue today. Again. I don't like that. Check the chat. Okay, on to the trailing spars. I hope this is going to work right here, but I don't really have my hopes for this. So it's a small wing. I'm going to deal with any imperfections I get, I'll be fine. All right, glue. Probably shit at the end. That's not bad. Really nice. Cut. And where's the food nonsense? Doesn't really matter that much back here because you're going to be playing with more, but I gotta get the spark in that place. Wow. Yeah. Good. Whole thing at the same time. I like the channel. Nothing to do about it now. Alright. There's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. Good though. Small frame. Get some of this, like getting deeper. Basically, I want it's that overlapping part, right? Because it's so sketchy, because it's so thin. That you gotta be careful not to cut through the frame. Come on. Just holding it down, letting the glue. Accelerant only at a couple spots. That's it. Accelerant only at a couple spots. Some people do the whole damn thing. Okay. We talked about last build was you let this star bond glue overnight because it makes a better bond if you don't use the accelerant than if you do use the accelerant. Accelerant will make it a lot more brittle. Okay, and then without it, it's a nice bond. A beautiful bond is created if you let it sit overnight. All right, so because I was such a mini and I didn't glue it down, I didn't cut too deep on my intersections that well. I got a little bit of a bulb back here on this intersection, which really sucks. But it is what it is, and there's nothing I can do about it now. I can hog away at it, try to get it lower, but I mean, it's not detrimental by any means. It's an annoyance. So, the biggest thing to do now is to get it anchored, right? Get it seated. Nice. All right. I'm going to let it sit like this for a little bit. Okay. I don't want to smother it completely. You got to make sure your table's straight, by the way. And then make sure your bench is straight and level. Okay. But either way, I'm going to let it sit like this for a little while. And then after it's glued for a little bit, I got to let this stuff breathe, right? Got to get the stuff off of here. I don't want to obviously to glue it together. But then once I take it off, I'll reposition it to let it sit overnight, right? I'm going to reline it up. But right now, the initial glue, okay, those wingtips right out here, so it stays true. Okay, put them in between bars. So I do every single time. Limit the contact with glue in the channels. There we go. It's trying to be a little bit more labor intensive than I anticipated. Than I wanted. That would be a nice, easy build, but nope. So we're gonna. It's been so long since I've kept my own channels and pampered. Let's read the instructions just in case we missed anything along the way. All right, step 2, using your side cutters, cut all the spars. We did all that, right? Yep, we did all that. We marked it, blah, blah, blah. We haven't done the bottom yet. This is the only one we didn't do. We haven't done the bottom yet. Using a sharpening knife, cut along the, we did that. We cut along the lines we made. The cut should be deep enough that you can push the spars with the thumb without sticking above the surface. Take note, you'll need to install crossbars first, and we'll be putting them slightly deeper than the angled ones, which is what we just did first. We did, didn't we? Yeah, we did the crossbody first, and then we did the trailing and leading edge seconds. We did that right. The only thing is I just didn't cut quite deep enough at the intersections because I was really worried about cutting this thing. It's okay. We'll deal with it. It's still going to fly great. It's going to be a fun bird to fly. Take note, you need to install crossbars first, and we'll be putting them slightly deeper. Right? The CA can be used or any flexible adhesive. And what do you mean by flexible adhesive? I mean like E6000. Do these steps for both top and bottom of your wing. Check the wing is not twisted. Let the wing rest undisturbed until the glue cures. And that's where we're at right now. So we did pretty well. I mean, if I were to give myself a grade on the current status of my build, like I always preface all my builds, I am not the world's best builder by any means. I just know how to build, use some frame, and know how to win and race. Right? Get them to do what I want them to do, which is win the races I want to race or do freestyle, make the videos I want to make, right? They seem to accomplish that. I think everyone here who watches my channel agrees. So you do need to pay attention to some things that are very, the more detailed you get on these frames, obviously the better the outcome is going to be. I firmly believe in that. I agree. But you can't beat yourself up thinking about every single detail and screwing up and fear of messing up. I'm a firm believer, and you don't need to go through life like this, but you learn by your mistakes. I learn by my mistakes, right? I really do. Yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, they just know, or they've adhered to it, they've listened to it, but I learned by a lot of mistakes. I mean, I think a lot of humans do. Those are the ones that stick, right? So don't be afraid to make mistakes when you're building. I know it's your money, and you've spent some money on it. It might be some harder money. You might have to save up for it. It might be just blow away money. You just don't give a shit about it. So, yeah, but you're gonna make mistakes. All right. Everybody makes mistakes on their builds. I don't care who's building. Okay. I don't care how good of a builder they are. They all make mistakes. We all do. So just know that that's going to come with the territory. Like quad building is a little bit different. When you build multi-rotors, they're more. And I'm not meaning this to be derogatory, but there is a lot less arts and crafts going on here. There's a lot less. You putting your artistic hand into the creation process, right? Quads are more digital. I don't know how to play it. It's just cut and dry. Put screws here, creates the frame. Top plate, bottom plate, forearms, blah blah blah, whatever. Attach your motors, attach your ESC or your all-in-one stack, and blah blah blah, and you're done, right? With a little bit of tuning, Shazam. No, that it doesn't happen that way, please. Unfortunately, with wings, a lot of building, so there's a lot of room for error, and it will happen. So, like I say, it is what it is. I'm gonna get it up to fly. Give two shits. It's already glued now. There's nothing I can do about it, right? Just gotta learn to accept the fact that it's done. It's not detrimental. I'm sure I'm building it more than it is. Probably looks worse than it is up there. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And it's only in one spot. So the rest of it's actually pretty good. That looks good. That looks real good. Good. Everything seems to be dry, nice and straight. No twists. Built many wings on this table, so I'm confident there'll be no twist. Go check the chat, see if there's anything interesting going on. If we've been on for freaking 3 hours. 4:50. Let me go back up here and check in with the chats. We did all those. We did all that. Yep, we did all that. All right, so what I'm going to do is probably go ahead and end this stream because, well, it's only been up for entirely too long. And number two, I'm at a stage where I need to stop. So what I need to do now is let this dry overnight, and then we can come back here. We'll come back here again tomorrow. Any parts that come in tomorrow, for whatever frame it is, I will bring them here. We'll install them, and we'll just keep going forward and see what we can get done. Right. So yeah, let this sit overnight. I'll reposition everything before I leave today from the shop to let it completely gas off and cure really well, and then I'll come back and do the same process. I might be able to spar the bottom tonight. That way we can go into the next step. Just how we did before. This build, once we get through this sparring process, really isn't going to take long. It's going to be pretty quick. We got next up, coming up after the son of a spec, this TBRC frame that we're building right now today. Once we're done with this frame, we'll be moving right back into a spec wing. I have 3 I need to get done for, well, can't discuss it, but I need to get 3 done. I also have a Juggernaut on the table. That's by Ruben at Sweet Wings. That's another frame we can bring up to the table. That's a big one. So if you want us to change gears and go all big, well, the Jug is the one that we can do. So those will be the options coming up here shortly. What is the starting time of the stream? It's really, I don't know, usually it's like 11, maybe 12. Today was a little later, just doing the part. I had to do some audio checks and get this to work at least to where it's working now, which is not too bad. Yeah, so tomorrow, let's see what's tomorrow's agenda. Tomorrow is Thursday, the 15th of July, +1 2020. Tomorrow probably going to be the same time. No, tomorrow probably will be around 11. I'll go live around 11 a.m. Eastern. And, yeah, we'll go from there. I do have a build that needs to get, or I need a frame. I have a frame for Rue. He's got his Optera 2.1 that has been damaged. Let me show you this one. Completely Rue's fault yet again. Rue was trying to fly with me. We're trying to do some tandem flying, formation flying, and then I got up underneath him, and then I think a vacuum created, and my MD just came down, or no, went up. He came down on me, and I went up. It just kind of like sucked us together. And you guys have been flying wings for a while. You've probably experienced that if you've done formation. But his frame needs to be rebuilt, right? Completely mashed up. Tail gone, off. Okay, smushed. Nose is completely smushed. It's completely broke over here. There, it's smashed. So I don't have to do anything, but I told Rue I can rebuild this one. Don't give up on it. And then you'll have to get another prop. Don't forget, meanwhile, while we are building this son of a spec, we got this nice, beautiful Super Spec ready to go, or almost ready to go. Almost ready for maiden. Just waiting on the electronics. It's beautiful. Yeah, there's a number of people that are actually fairly excited about the upcoming maiden on this one. Go ahead and check in with the chat again, see what we got going on. So what is the starting time? If you're talking about the starting time of the show, I think I just explained that. Outside of that, I'm going to go front here. Go ahead and check in here. Right there. Of course, B's going to say Juggy. He wants a Juggy for sure. It's his frame. And the Juggernaut's a full-blown, long-range, old-school build, like how we've built for 10 years. That's a straight up another one of these, kind of like just like this, but on a much bigger scale. Much bigger scale. And he's got to bring the equipment here. So Brian, whatever you want to put in the equipment into this thing, you need a little. Bring it here or let me know. Otherwise, it'll be next year before I get it done. Yeah. Well, we're gonna get her up. Really enjoy them. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome, Chuck. Diller. I cannot wait for me. Yeah. Today's gonna be really cool. I think it's gonna be awesome. And again, sink or swim. You know, success or failure, either way, I'll let you guys see exactly, you know, what it is, what I do here. Like from the beginning to the end of a frame, what we go through. You know, if you want to catch out, we're gonna catch our when we fly at night and whatnot. You know, during our normal FPV weeks, like when we fly in the evening or we fly on the weekend, we're trying, or at least I am, trying to get the cure all set so we can do live streams out of the field. We're also going to try to be able to get the actual FPV feeds into our laptops, which I know I can. I actually have the device that does it. You know, if you guys want that kind of content, make sure you leave a comment down below and make sure you hit the thumbs up button and the notification button. That way you guys don't miss any of these streams that come up. Right now, we're just going to sit here and let this glue overnight. And cure overnight, I should say. Let it cure overnight. And then I will repeat the process sometime tomorrow. Again, live stream remote. Yeah, I'm just talking about getting that fine detail where all the audio sound good and everything else is really good with me. So, cool. I think that's about it. So, I appreciate you guys tuning in, hanging around, watching me do this for, 3 hours, pretty much. Go ahead and get rid of this screen right here. And I can go back over here. And yes, I'm still here looking into this camera right there. Notice no beard. My wife called me babyface the other day. You're the one that told me to stay on. Then start talking trash. But either way, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate you guys coming each and every day. Those that you get to do. I do it for you guys, Figure might as well. I'm in the shop every day doing something. Might as well just go live and let you guys watch what I do. So if you like that, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and go out there and get some flying in today. I'd love to see your guys' videos. So if you got anything you want to share or anything like that, you say, hey, Shelby, I did a cool video, and it doesn't have to be whatever. It's just got to be FPV related. Just let me know. Shoot me an email with the link at shelbyvol@gmail.com. If you send me your video link, I'll be sure to check it out. And if I dig it, I'll show it. How's that? So, all right, guys, till next time, remember, be safe. I love you. Go get you some. I'm out.